Hey, welcome to JM Unleashed. We're just watching the price of silver here right now. It had a good spike on the overseas markets. Um, and so we noticed that over at Rocky Superstars uh, live stream right after Salivate Metal finished. Hold on. Sorry about that. So let's put that on full screen. And what I'm going to do is actually add gold in there as well. Let's add gold in as well. There we go. Hey Jerry, how's it going? Thanks for the thumbs up. We're just watching the prices of silver and gold trading minute by minute. Silver price being charted here is the red and green bars, and gold is the more orange colored bars. And what I'll do is actually zoom out on it a bit. That was being charted by the minute. Here now we're doing 15-minute increments. Hey Neil, good to see you, and Rocky. I felt bad for you, Rocky. There, we cut your stream short on you. So feel free to put your link in the chat there, so people can subscribe to you. We're trying to get Rocky back up over 500 subscribers, and we're also watching the markets here. And for you, Neil, I'll add platinum in there as well. You don't see colors? Okay. Well, the one that's going at a higher trajectory is silver, and the one that's more volatile as usual is silver, and then gold is the line that looks much more stable. So I'll switch back and forth between full screen on that. I'm hoping you guys can see it pretty clearly. Oh, you're kidding. Okay. Let's remove gold for a minute. We can always add it back. Hide it. There we go. Okay, so this is showing us since 23rd. Since the 23rd of November, we're up 3.8%, most of which has just come in here since we're 26th now. So this is the opening period right here. Right around here is where we opened up overseas. That's even further back than that. Six. So this is where it opened up right here. Had a little bit of a spike, and then it lost a lot of its momentum, and then we had this huge surge. And it looks like it's lost about half that surge, but it's still pretty good. Hey, Snakebite. Yeah, it is a wild ride. Timber, yeah, Chowder's got it. What goes up must come down. You never know what it's going to do, though. She is volatile. For greater perspective here, I'll zoom this way out so we can really see what it's done. This is silver prices going back to 1968. And of course, these spikes were anomalies, but to me, it definitely shows the upside potential. And then you can also see the downside potential. She's volatile. But when we add gold in there, Now we've got gold uh, with the orange yellow again, or the orange color. And to me, I do think that this gap should narrow, and that's expressed in the gold silver ratio. Jerry, yeah, they kind of their direction does have a high correlation. Sometimes silver leads the way, but yeah, you're right. Typically, on the way up, gold leads it on the way up, and silver leads it on the way down. Um, Generally speaking. Yeah, and the other thing Rocky was telling us about was that silver is priced completely different in Argentina. It's actually valued at more like $40 or $50 US. And I'd be inclined to actually try to find a chart of that, or if anyone else in the chat can find it and pop the link in there, I'll share that. Hey, John Bannon, good to see you. We had a nice spike on the precious metals markets. Um, let's zoom this back, because this is going back to the 1968. Zoom it back here. Now we're going back to November 22nd, and I think that's a pretty good time range just to see what's going on in the very short term here. Rocky's got one. Oops. Foreign money, foreign coins. Yeah, I'm not a numismatist. Numismatist. So I'm not that strong on um, foreign coins. But like I suspect the foreign coins are going to be doing just just as well as the domestic. Um, Although, like the foreign money, maybe that's what you're talking about, Jerry. Like, if the Argentine currency is dropping, then obviously the price is going to go up in their currency. And I did have a chart of that earlier. Um, Maybe I'll try to find that. Price chart. Yeah, the currency in Argentina is peso. That's not a good one. Here, I can show this one. So that right there is the price of silver charted in the Argentina peso. And so we all know the Argentine peso has been taking a beating. And so that shows how the metals will frequently move in the opposite direction of the underlying currency that you're charting it in. And this goes back to 2019, where it looks like it was about 500 pesos an ounce back in 2019, and now it's almost 9,000 pesos. So let's do a peso to US dollar conversion. Peso, Argentina peso. Peso to US dollar. Okay, I'm on it, guys. So that's saying it's 86.92. 86.92. Yeah, I don't know, Rocky. I'm starting to wonder about that because according to this right here, I don't know if you can see it, but I just did a conversion from 86.92, which is what that other chart was showing. It is into US dollars is 24.41. And I got to close the gold off. See, and this is showing 24.58. So that seems to be priced right in there. I don't see the divergence in the Argentina peso and US dollar price in a way that it would make it $50 US. Yeah, look for that article and then post it, and I'll bring it up here. So yeah, according to this, and there is some discrepancy depending on which site you go to. Like frequently Kitco and this site don't align, but they do reconcile over a relatively short period of time. So this is saying 24.59 right now for silver. And what I'm going to do is I'll bring up platinum. Oh, it looks like he did get one. Okay, hold on. So here's the chart that Rocky Superstar shared. And that looks like it's showing about the same thing, 87.57 compared to what I had showing 86.92. But this is a 5-year. It's still showing it back to US dollars as 24. So this one here could be out of date a bit. This one's likely out of date because it's a 5-year, which means I'm not even going to keep that one up anymore. I'll keep the one that Rocky had for us. Oh, I stopped sharing completely, did I? There. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, you're still looking for it. No worries. We'll put this back on. Hey, Joe Norman, good to see you. We had a spike in the precious metals markets during our market watch at Salivate Metals tonight. And Rocky Superstar was covering it at first on his live stream, and then we went back to Salivate Metal, and he shut down. So I thought, you know what? I'll keep it going there. People are interested in this. And it's nice to see it kind of bounce back because so often it's been dropping. However, that's provided tons of good buying opportunities. We'll zoom back out again over a much longer period of time, just so anyone just getting here can get a feel for the longer term. There we go. So that's going back to the 60s and 70s. You can see the ups and downs in silver market. There's our 1 hour. And so there was discussion about what the volumes mean and where they are. Yeah, that is. That's okay, John, don't worry. So the way this chart works is this green bar here is showing volume, and it just means that the net price change was positive during that time frame, which in this case is 1 hour. And that 1 hour timestamp, the price was positive. And when I'm hovering on that, it'll also show the volume right over here where it says 866 there. But you can see as you move along to the right, that volume number keeps changing. So on that spike in volume there, it was 9.8 thousand contracts, whereas the previous hour was only 1.8, and the one that we're in right now is only at 870. So this was a massive increase in volume, which translated to a positive uptick. Sometimes you can have these massive upticks in volume like over here, but the net is negative. So it just depends what the supply and demand and who's pumping out what paper. Thanks, Joe. I appreciate you. I know this is a variety channel, and so you just never know what I'm going to have going on here. Usually I would be going over to someone else's live stream at this point right now. But just because this is sort of breaking news, I thought I'll cover it. There's definitely enough people interested in it that it's worthwhile sharing, and people can chat about it. Me and my drone, good to see you too. Greetings to anyone that I missed. Barbara, I almost forgot to say hi to you again. But I appreciate you, and I appreciate you whipping Rocky on. East Coast Stackers here. John Bannon, Jesse O, Silver Heist. Jerry was in here almost right from the beginning. We'll hide that one. Okay, so just for a moment, I'm going to switch this over to platinum because I know we got Neil in here, and platinum is another metal I would expect for it to. Maybe I won't get the live. Okay, yeah, I have to go. I have to stay here and add in platinum for it to be live. Okay, so there's platinum futures. Maybe platinum's not trading overseas. Let's see. No, it's not giving me platinum. There, now we got platinum in there. So that's platinum's the orange bar now, and silver continues to be the red and green. And they're looking pretty close over the last since November 15th. We can shorten this back to 15 and just see how they're doing in the short term. So it looks like platinum really kind of participated in this uptick, not so much on the second one. So since November 22nd, platinum is up 0.68% and silver's up 3.9%, which isn't huge, but it's moving the right direction. Hey, Jesse, you know what? I'm not usually that much of a talker either, but since I'm hosting this, I kind of have to do some talking. But what I'll do is I'll post a StreamYard link for if anyone wants to come up and chat about this or any of the other subjects you see on my channel. But I'm going to try to focus pretty much just on the precious metals here right now. And let's switch that. Here, yeah, I'll post the StreamYard link first. This link is for any of my moderators. I'm not going to bring up anyone I don't know. Uh, but I got some great, awesome people in here. And okay, just hold on a second, guys. East Coast Stacker and John Bannon. I'm just adding some more moderators here, guys. And then I'll be right back. Okay. I think we're good there. Found the article? Okay. Let me try to do something here first. There we go. Okay, we got that pinned. And now Rocky found the article. Okay, now that I've got almost 15 tabs open, let's see where we're at. Hey, Rocky, how's it going?
Very good, very good. I finally, I found the article, but they've changed it. It ain't saying the same thing it was before. I was looking at it when I went on there. I'm like, oh, those dirty dogs. And so I did find it, and I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna post a link to that article, but they've changed it. So, and the closest one I could find was what you've already talking about. How many Argentine pesos it takes to buy one silver ounce? That's
Yep,
8,674.69 Argentine pesos.
that's right. And then convert those pesos back to US dollars. And when I calculated, it came back out to like 25.
Yep, exactly. It's fluctuated, and it's changed compared to what I was trying to look at earlier. And I'm like, all right, now you dogs, but
You know what? I think that they put a typo in there.
it's very possible, very possible. I looked at that, and I'm like, really? So it kind of threw me off a little bit. So
So Rocky just posted the link to this article that I'm sharing right now. It's in the chat just a little bit above. Um, do you want me to read it, or you're saying now this is obsolete now?
I think it's obsolete as fast as it's moving because I'm just sitting there looking at it again, and it's just absolutely crazy what they're doing, and it could have been a typo, and I'm
Yep.
like I should have screenshotted it, but I didn't think I'd like oh it'll be there. I can bring it up and put it up there, and it's not there, so I'm like good lord,
Yeah.
but my bad. So
No, I don't think it's not your bad. It's I think what do they call it? Fact checkers, editors,
yeah,
whatever. Someone found an error, or someone was perusing it and they did the math on it. They're like, hey, something's not right here, and then they went back and corrected it. And
that's
that's what.
probably what they did because I was looking at that and I thought that was really something, and so uh, I'm gonna I'll look for it because once I find it again, I will
Yeah,
definitely take a shot to it, get a link to it or something, and on my camera so it doesn't change again because I thought that was quite interesting. It's silver in Argentina is $55 an ounce in U.S.
yeah.
So I thought that was
See,
very
I
interesting.
I found another typo, and I'm sharing it right on the screen here. I'll put it full screen. Someone in this website, just hold on a second. Gotta get rid of that ad. Made a boo boo, and they've put the wrong numbers in here. This is showing copper. Copper prices over. Um, that's as well. Let's do 1 year, right? And it shows it going from $3 or $4 a pound up to 57. And I actually highlighted that on a previous live stream. And now
Oh,
it's showing the copper is 24 cents a pound. So that's data entry issues. Who knows? It might even be AI error,
Yeah, yeah, it
you
could be.
know. But that I can guarantee you that's definitely not accurate.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Copper would be that high, there'd be people robbing. You couldn't hardly keep copper.
That's right. Someone was asking previously for the gold silver ratio. Let's put that up.
That's on Kitco. I have that on Kitco right now. Let me look at it. Uh,
Yeah, let's see how close they show here.
Silver
And I
eighty-one
still
point
didn't
eight.
get to.
Yeah, the gold is it's on Kitco at the bottom. You want me to post a link to it?
You can if you like. I'm going to check it out right here and see what these guys say.
Okay, because the
Let's see
ratio here on
what is. Yep.
gold
What
is
does Kitco say?
81.86 to silver. Platinum's
Okay.
2.16.
Yeah, and this one's showing gold to silver 82.26, but it's only being charted once a month, so they're close on that.
Yep, yep. And they got that
They're close
charted
on
out
that.
at 81.86, and it comes out of the ground 7 to 1. So how can they justify that? Shows you how manipulated it is.
Well, I think that that's definitely one indicator that something's not quite right. Um, in and of itself, that doesn't prove it, but yeah, silver's definitely more abundant. I think that the ratio should be somewhere more like 40 or 50, and so that's why I'm heavy on silver until I see that ratio drop down to at least 50, at which point I'd consider trading some for gold.
Yeah, because
Thanks for your.
can you imagine like what I was talking about earlier? But let's go to sleep and wake up the next morning and gold and silver's jumped double or gone up a huge amount, like what we're seeing, what's going on right now.
Yep.
And the reason I think it's going up like this right now is because of that Dutch central bank. And I really think that article that I posted a link on my live stream so if anybody wants to see that link, that Dutch bank talking about restructuring gold prices, it's they're gonna do that.
Yeah, I think
Even
they have to.
Yeah, because Russia, I think the last time I checked, Russia at their kind of like their Kitco or
Yep.
Comex they have in Russia is I think they're selling gold at 2,600 an ounce, and so
Yep.
there's just so much difference across the world that you would think that's going to catch up to them. They can't keep it manipulated forever.
Yep. Well, this is showing here that silver went from approximately $8 an ounce up to $48 an ounce. 1, February, March, April, 3, 6, 9, 10, in 1 year. And that I think that was Hunt Brothers, wasn't it? This
Yep,
late
that
70s.
and you know what? You know what broke them was the government. The government wouldn't let them do that. They come in and stopped them and broke them. That's why
Yeah.
they didn't get a hold of it because they were close to cornering
Yeah, I
the
messed up
market
my
on
graph.
silver. Do what?
Yeah. It's okay. I messed up my graph here. I'll fix
Oh,
it. There we go.
I got so many windows open. I'm glad I got two screens
There
because
we
I
go.
got so many windows open that I don't. There's no way I could keep it all separate.
Yeah. John Bannon melts copper and other metals, stacked bars. Nice.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. I was like, man, that'd be really cool uh, to do that. I'd love to have the time to do that. Does he? Does he?
Yeah,
How
and
big? I was going to ask him, how big of bars, John, do you pour like in copper?
hey Burns, good to see you. I think the ideal, if you are scrapping copper and then melting it down, I think the ideal is do 1 pound copper bars. That's
One
that's what I think.
pound.
Yep, that's what I think I would do. And I've seen, nicely minted copper bars selling at coin shops for like 25, $30. Like the
Oh, is that
premiums
right?
on them are still sick, and I think that's. I think you could go to flea markets. You could, if you could melt it into interesting things like a copper doorstop, copper paperweights. Um, I think you can easily get 3 to 5 times what the actual melt value is, and it makes me cringe. I've got some friends that do scrap copper. It makes me cringe when I see them actually going in and cashing it in at the low prices that they're getting at the um, scrap yards or the metal recyclers.
Right, right. I tell you, I got a feeling that copper in it's not really a precious metal; it's an industrial metal. But I think you're going to see it take a big spike before long.
I do too. Like, despite anything that's going on, global population keeps ticking up, and we're using more and more electronics. So
Yep.
I I really think that the way the technology is going to go, um, more and more things are going to require electricity. The only way around it is, I've heard some people, and they may even be lurking in the background here, are on to various ways of free energy. And I know Neil was talking about hydrogen, hydrogen power plants. Um, technology along those lines where we won't be quite so dependent on copper. But who knows? Like with that, you may still need just as much, if not more, copper.
Exactly. Yeah, John's saying that he pours 2 kilograms is his max.
Yeah.
So that's like, is that, see, 2 kilograms is what, 2.5 pounds? So that's like nearly 5 pounds. That's that's quite a bit.
Yeah, I've seen the guys melting the aluminum cans. I've um, seen them even do it in like those muffin tray. The
Yep,
muffin
yeah, I've seen him
tray.
do copper that way.
But I think if you want to sell it at a really good premium, you gotta have a nice mold, and you got to turn it into something that's got some cool novelty value.
Yep, exactly.
And
Pouring those little round muffin rolls, I think turn because if you polish them up, they look pretty good.
yeah, oh yeah, like they're shiny.
Yep, exactly. You take those shiny ones and coat them down with like a clear coat or something like that. That would look really cool.
Yep. Here, I just want to make sure.
John says he's a commercial fisherman and he's got lots of time. John, where you fish out of? What port? I was been watching some of the guys up in Alaska, and what
Yep.
was really got me interested in watching them guys is they're going along the beaches in those plains, and they're actually stopping and getting walrus tusks that are already dead on the beach, and picking up the glass balls from Japan. I guess I didn't know there was even a market for that stuff, and I guess there's a pretty big market for it up there in Canada. I mean Alaska.
Huh.
Yeah, they got some videos of it on YouTube, and these guys would load up their planes with glass balls. These glass balls are off of Japanese fishing nets, and so it's pretty cool. Big bars, some too small too. I shine them. Yeah, John says he's shining them up. So,
Very
hey
cool.
John, I'm going to give you my email. I'd love to see some of your stuff. You want to send me some pictures?
I was kind of hoping Neil would come up here too. I know Neil does some pretty good live streams, and he's not familiar with StreamYard yet. And
Oh, okay.
I think the best way, like it's really cool. This is the free version, but I can have 6 people up on the panel.
Yep, that's the same with me. I subscribed to YouTube's music.
Yep.
So because I wanted to take their music and put it in my streams and stuff like that, and they wouldn't let me do it. They're kind of like, all they let me do is listen to their music that's already on YouTube for free.
Well,
I quit that.
What you can do is go into a YouTube Studio, and on the left side menu, scroll down to Audio Library. And then you can play it right off of YouTube. Like I could do that right now.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? It's just absolutely crazy what they're. I'm gonna write that down. Get that really quick.
I could actually possibly show you. If you want to just watch right here, Rocky, I'll show you how you do it. Are you watching the screen?
Yeah, I'd be glad to.
Okay.
I'm going to get my email up here. Hang on here. I'm going to post an email to so I can capture it.
Okay, so you're watching here right now.
Hey, hang on just a second. I'm shooting a John an email.
Okay. Yeah, let me know when you're ready.
Okay. All right. Just shot it off to you, John. Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
So when you go to your channel dashboard, it'll look something like that, right?
Okay.
You can see that. Here, I'll put it full screen.
Not really. I'm still looking at a chart. There we go. Okay.
Okay, so now you guys can actually see my analytics at the same time, but I'm okay with that. So what you do is you go over to the left here and scroll down to Audio Library. See that?
I'm looking right now. Audio Library.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. You just click on that, and then it'll bring you in all this. That one's not that good. But what I've done in the past is I've gone through and starred. In fact, I even did a couple live streams where I just went through all their music, and I put a star beside the ones that I thought were good. I've used that in my videos quite a bit.
Like some stripper music right there.
It's R&B, right? So
right.
Over to the right, it shows license type. But the way to do it, in my opinion, is you go in to music, and then where it says search or filter library, go down to the bottom where it says attribution not required. That means there's no copyright issues on it.
Okay.
And so now that that's there, it's only going to give me stuff where all you need is a standard YouTube license, and YouTube takes care of it all for you.
Okay.
Then you can search further by like what kind of music do you like? Genre. Cinematic, classical, country, probably country, right?
Uh-huh.
So click on country, and then it gives you all the country songs. So there's a country.
Oh,
and you
that's
can play.
cool. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
so
Are
they got
you
tons
on
of
a
them.
desktop?
I'm on a laptop. Yeah.
Oh, laptop. That's why I was going to say yours is a little bit different than mine because I'm on a desktop. But
Okay.
I got the idea though.
Yeah. Yeah, it gives you the idea.
Because now, do you subscribe to their music or is this the free stuff?
Yeah, it's just in audio library. So I don't pay anything for that.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm a
Okay.
penny pincher.
I understand. So am I.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a penny pincher. Yep.
I think a lot of us are.
You know, nowadays you have to be. You think about what stuff cost. It's
Yep.
incredible.
Oh, buddy. I went to the grocery store the other day and I just wanted to pick up what did I get? 2 bags of stuff. It was $80.
Wow.
I was like, oh. Now that's Canadian, but that's still like 55, $60 US for not a whole lot.
You know I go to the store probably once a month. I don't like going to the grocery store because I don't have time, and it just the last time I went, just for me. Now there's nobody else eating here. Just I get the basics. I don't get any sweets. I don't, and I hardly bought any meat. I bought very little meat. I bought some canned goods and stuff like that. It was $150, and that's me going once a month. And I can generally because I'm on the road a lot, so
Yeah.
it just we're doing that. But it's incredible what stuff has cost.
Oh, yeah. Here, let me know, what does the audio sound like this? Is that audio coming through good?
Yeah, audio comes through. The music came through, but I have I'm on a desktop and I got 4 speakers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I just bought me a new camera, and I'm going to start swapping it over on my live streams. It's a 4K camera, and so it's I think I've got it all worked out where I can hook up because there for a while I couldn't figure out how to get 2 cameras on there. They uh, YouTube wanted me to pay an extra $20 or something a month, and I'm like, no, and not for an extra camera. And so now I've got to figure out where I can hook up a camera that's my microscope, which one I want, my microscope or my 4K camera. And I've
Yeah.
got that pretty well figured out now.
Right on.
So that one
So
there,
you can hear.
I'm gonna mess with this music thing like with what you did. I'm gonna try that.
You can hear it coming through. Okay.
Yeah, it was great. It sounded good.
Can you hear it right now?
I can't hear it now.
Okay. So what I've got is it is actually playing,
I can hear it now.
but on my end, what's happening is it's coming through much louder than you. It's just a matter of finding the
I
balance.
can hear it good.
I'd probably be better off if I was wearing headphones, right?
Yep, and I got me a new well, not new, but I got my headphones out so I can actually get on here and do better because sometimes I can't hear very well. So
We'll go back there. The these markets are starting to come back up again. I'm going to shut that off. So
yeah.
there you go.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna go eat. I started to eat before my. I got part of it eaten. I'm gonna go stick it back in the microwave and finish up my dinner and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get back to basics. And I got to get up at 3:30 in the morning get so I can go into work. But JM, thank you so much, and everybody in chat. I want to thank you for John and BT and everybody. I want to see Barbara. Thank you for coming in here, and thank you for putting up with me. Tom, thank you very much. And we'll have another one. And I was real eager to get this information out here tonight because I really feel that we're going to see some things happen here next month. Snakebite, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Barbara, good night, and we'll see y'all. And
Have a good week, Rocky.
thank you very much, and we'll talk to you.
Sounds good, man. Everybody, please make sure you're subscribed to Rocky.
Yeah, please do sub. I'm trying to get to 500, and they took 90 subs away from me, the dogs.
But that was after you got.
Yeah, I had 560, and they knocked it down to. I had 560, and they knocked it down to 471 or something like that.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I'm out of here. Thank you so much. Y'all have a great evening, and y'all take care. And we'll
Sounds
talk to
good.
you. All right. Bye bye.
So, yeah, John Bannon, I am in Canada. I'm in Ontario, near Toronto. Near Toronto. Okay, so I'm just closing some tabs back off now. I love lobster. Love lobster. The music was sounding good. I just closed it out. I can put it back on, though. I'll put it back on. Especially now that it won't be overpowering when I'm trying to listen to Rocky. This will just take a minute, guys. I actually do have a lot of independent musicians that are subscribed to my channel too, and sometimes they pop in, and you'll see on previous live streams they let me share their music. So sometimes I play that in the background too. We'll go back to country. If anyone has a different genre of music that they want to hear, let me know. But I think we'll go back to this one here that we had before. I'll just make it on. Rocky, John, you don't have Rocky's channel? I'll get it for you. You can actually click on his name in the chat, and it'll give you an option to go to his channel. But I'll put it in here as well. Just give me a second. Yeah, John, I'd love to go. I'd love to go out east. My brother went out to Newfoundland. His lobster and scallops are some of my favorite seafood. So I did just post Rocky Superstars link for anyone that hasn't connected with him. Make sure you do. And I'm going to zoom back in on these charts again and mess around with them for a minute. Let's look a little shorter term even. That's 5 minutes, and these are 1 minute. Intervals. Have a good week, Snake Bite. Okay. So can you guys confirm, like, when I've got that music playing and I'm talking, does it sound like it's getting all muffled? Or is it still sounding pretty strong? We're going to keep running with StreamYard, see? Not StreamYard, it's YouTube Audio Library. That first one was top 20. This one's Carousel. See, they got tons of selection. That's just page 1 to 30 of about 191. So it's not too simple. Cool, thanks guys. So I'm going to keep this going probably another 10 minutes or so. Unless I get significant demand to it's warbling the voice. It might just be too much. Sometimes that banner that's running across the bottom messes it up too. Let's try something here. See if that's better. Does that sound better now, Tom? Testing, testing. It's okay. So what I've done there is I've switched the audio settings from echo cancellation to stereo. Yeah, so sometimes I got to move my microphone a little closer then, like that. This is looking pretty good, guys. These charts are looking good. This is a little bit longer time frame now. Nice. Well, that's cool. This is actually auto playing now. Didn't used to do that. Sounds cool. I like that. You know, anyone that's here for heavy metal is not going to get it in this live stream. We got country queued up, and I didn't see any other genres requested. John Bannon, you're from Toronto? Tom, yeah, we only got a little bit of snow the other day. Nothing stuck to the ground yet, but it is getting cold enough now that I think we're gonna start getting the snow accumulating in the next couple weeks. So what's going on here? It's actually looking like silver's starting to jump back up again. So each one of these vertical lines represents 2 hours of time. Let's swap it back to 1 hour. Just going to mute for a second. Hold on. I just muted there because I'm sure no one wants to hear me hork a loogie. So if there's anything else that anyone in the chat wants me to cover or bring up on the screen here, just let me know. I'm happy to do that as long as we don't get copyright strikes. Copyright claims are okay, but we don't like strikes. So here we're back on our 4th song. This one sounds alright. Hey Chris Gilbert, good to see you. Have a good night, Barb. Sorry I didn't say hi to you earlier. But it is always good to see you. Yeah, John, I saw that in one of your comments. I still like, you know, like AC/DC, Metallica. Probably wouldn't really consider that heavy metal, but I like the rock, and especially classic rock. Classic rock's probably my favorite genre. So just for anyone that's lurking or just got here, we're just showing the price performance minute by minute here of silver versus gold. And the silver prices are being charted in the red and green up top, and then the gold is the yellow line. Definitely shows the upside potential in silver, and it also shows the downside volatility if we zoom out a bit, which I'll do right now. And that's actually, you know, for someone that's debating whether to get silver or gold, if you chart the two against each other like that, typically when silver is below gold, I would look at silver as being a better buy. And when silver is above gold in these comparison charts, that would probably be a better time to buy gold. And I could explain why, but I don't want to keep yapping your ear off if it's not necessary. So we'll go back to a little shorter term here. So that song was Wager with Angels. And the next one is the same. So we'll skip one. If you can see that. It's Wager with Angels, and then it's got another one. Looks like it actually duplicated it. So I'm just hanging out, relaxing, watching this with you. Times I'm even getting a little bit of extra work done in the background. We can shut that. If anyone wants to come up on the panel before I shut this down, I'm pretty sure I pinned it. Yeah, it's pinned at the top there, where it says StreamYard. You're welcome to come on up. You can shoot the breeze. I'd kind of like to see it get back above its most recent high here before I shut this down. It's tough to say if it will, though. Here, that's very short term now. These are now 5-minute intervals that it's charting. And if I ever use any terminology you guys don't understand or you want me to elaborate on, just let me know. That's really cool, John. I think I'd probably stay out east. I don't like being in the big cities. I'd rather be out in the country. Hey, Nickel, good to see you again. You're welcome to come up if you want. We can shoot the breeze about it. Yeah, I don't think it's straight up, but in the overseas opening markets, And really the last couple days too. Last couple trading days. Let's zoom back out just a little more, so you guys can see the last couple days. There we go. So this is going back to November 20th, which I think is a fair representation. That's going back to last week. Hey Burns, you're welcome to come up too. Appreciate you. Burns is a big supporter, especially in the music community, but he and his sister, Ms. D, have definitely helped me out. They've got some good strategies on growing on YouTube, and he does a fantastic serenade music show, as well as pep talk. Hey CoinSense, how's it going? Good to see you. We're just watching the opening overseas price action on silver and gold. And I don't often do this, but we were over at Rocky Superstars earlier, and I just pulled up the chart in a separate tab and noticed that it was having a good run. So Salivate Metal ended up doing a follow-up live stream covering this, and then he had to shut down and get back to work. And so I thought, you know what, I'll fire this up and we'll keep it going a little bit longer. And we'll see where we're at. I'm hoping and assuming that this is showing up fairly clearly. It should. Let's see. CoinSense. And then the music I'm playing here is right off of YouTube Audio Library, so I know it's copyright free. We got no problems there. CoinSense, okay, that's what I wanted to see here. Hey Captain Obvious, good to see you too. I'm just gonna give CoinSense and Nonsense one of these wrenches for if he wants to post any links. And I hope you guys know any of my moderators are welcome to post their links, promote any upcoming premieres or live streams that they've got going on. Hey, Mr. Cheddar Pepper Prepper. Good to see you. I think you know, I think everyone here knows that my channel focuses beyond just dogs, nature, music, and entertainment. I also really like the precious metals and finance subjects. And since we had a nice pop in the silver market and gold too tonight, I thought I would cover this a bit. But yeah, anyone that's in the chat there, you're welcome to post your links or come up on the panel here and we can chat. And in the event that anyone does come up and chat, I'll shut the music off in the background, just so we don't get all garbled. Okay, let's move this a little more shorter term again. That's 1 hour increments. Now we go back to 5 minutes. So this is now here where it says 26 at the bottom. Right here, this is the opening of the overseas markets. Right here, had a nice little pump up, and then the wind got knocked out of the sails, and then we had a nice surge of about 2%. Lost about half of it, and it looks like it's recovered about half the loss, so the net effect looks pretty positive to me. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, John. Document especially when you're out fishing too. That stuff's really popular. Yeah, you're welcome, Burns. Burns is out in the great state of California. He's done some pretty cool videos too when he's out on his bicycle, cruising around. I like that. He's got some good effects with the GoPro and some video editing. Definitely worthwhile checking out. Yeah, the prepping's a really popular topic right now too. Hey Nickel, are you talking about silver? You're making a price prediction of 51 an ounce? That seems pretty optimistic considering what we've seen the last many years. But truth is, it wouldn't surprise me at all. And I think gold's going to keep going up too. Mr. Cheddar Pepper Prepper. Hey, you guys, for anyone that doesn't know Mr. Cheddar, he's a really cool guy, and I met him in on some of the open mic and karaoke streams. But, yeah, you might want to check out his channel, too. Mr. B, how's it going, buddy? We're just watching the precious metals markets here. For anyone that doesn't know Mr. B, Mr. Cheddar Pepper Prepper is frequently over at his place, and actually quite a few of my live streams where I do open mic and karaoke, it's being hosted by Mr. B. He's a great conduit in the music community. Okay, I'm not too sure about this song here. For anyone that doesn't know, we're just going through YouTube audio library at the same time, playing some country songs. I'm gonna switch that one though. Sorry if anyone was really enjoying that. And Mr. B is actually a really good singer, especially when it comes to Elvis songs. I would even say, you know, Elvis impersonation when he's singing. But he's great on guitar and plays drums too. Oh, look. Look, guys. This is where we're at now. On this one. Well, country and folk. Let's see if we can find another one. So we got country and folk in there. Let's actually go to start there. See, this one should be good. Well, of course it's good. We already played that one. We'll take a look over here. Looks like most of the ones that I've got started are not country. Just had to double check there. Yeah, most of them are not. Most of them are rock, imagine that. Here's one. There you go, guys. This one should be country. Sorry, John. See if that's better. If you guys want, I'll just kill the music completely. I'm okay with that. But this one I've got starred, so it should actually be okay. Thank you very much. Nickel's got it. And that's one thing I learned about nickel stacking too. Beyond Basketball Guru and Auction Pro, he's really up on his music trivia too. This is better, yeah. Sorry about the previous one, you know, it's kind of trial and error. It's kind of trial and error. So what I'm hoping to see is for this line here to go up here in the next little bit. Look how quick that moved up there. It's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It took half an hour to jump 2.2%. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, so now that was not a very long song. This next one is not country, but I do have it started, so this one should still be pretty good. We'll just run through these. I know, Nickel, like honestly, I preferred your channel name before when it was just Nickel Stacking. I would recommend doing a Nickel Stacking, etc. or Nickel Stacking and more. Because even like when you post in the chat, you got to keep reading that whole thing before you actually get to see what you're typing out. But hey, HVAC, good to see you too. We're just following up after Salivate Metals live stream and then Rocky Superstar, and then we went back to Sal, and now we're back here now. Because we had a nice jump in the precious metals market. Yeah, I'm okay with Nickelback. See, my favorite bands though are along the lines of Pink Floyd, Metallica, Led Zeppelin, AC/DC. But I like a lot of the other stuff too, like you'd be surprised. Boston, REO Speedwagon, Chicago, Mr. Cheddar Prepper. It just adds Sinless to my YouTube channel. It's Garth Brooks' song Shameless. Okay, you did that. Well, if you want me to share it here, I will. Change the words, thank you for my salvation. Hey, Mr. Cheddar, if you want me to share that, I'll pull that up and play it here and share it for everyone. Just let me know. I can look it up, or you can post the link if you want me to. It's very cool. Yeah, I know. It's getting late in some parts. It's good to see you, though, HVAC. I appreciate you stopping by. You can't hear me? You should be able to hear me. Let's shut this off for a minute. Audio check. Testing. Testing. If you come up on the panel, then you can give me real time live feedback on my audio. You don't want me to get any copyright? I don't know anything about copyright laws. Well, if it is a karaoke version, I think we're okay. Yeah, Mr. B. It did. We'll let's zoom back out really long term again so we can see the difference, because even as much as I like silver, people should not overlook gold. And so there now we're going back to 1978, and the gold is still the more goldish color, and silver is being charted in the red and green here. And so you can see over that time period, gold's up 777%, silver's up 368. And this is not financial advice, but I do expect to see this narrow. And I don't think it's going to be from gold coming down. I think it's going to be from gold continuing to run the way it has, and silver just kind of catching up with it. Yeah, that's fine, Mr. Cheddar. Let me take a look. I'll take a look for it. Sinless. Okay, I found it, buddy. If you're sure you're okay with me playing it, I will do that in a minute. Who is Sweet Poe? Okay, I see Sweet Poe on the panel here. If you want to just show me your face so I know who it is, then I'll bring you up. I have a feeling that it's Nickel. Okay. I didn't see anyone in. Hey, Nickel, are you up on the panel? Let me know in the chat here. Oh, you can't? Okay. Okay, I'm going to trust you, buddy. Hey, how's it going?
I'm not up. Oh.
Yep, you are now.
Okay, am I echoing?
Nope, you sound pretty good. Let me make sure that I got my audio cancellation on here. There we go. Okay, so we've confirmed Nickel stacking. Good to see you, man. How's it going?
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yep, you sound good to me.
Okay.
If anyone else in the chat wants to confirm that our audio sounds fairly leveled, let me know. We got Kamama Butterfly. Good to see you. We're watching the silver and gold charts. I'm going to bring that back over to a shorter period of time again. And I think we're also going to share Mr. Cheddar's most recent video. Was there anything you wanted to say or highlight, Nickel, before I go ahead and do that?
No.
You're good?
Yep.
Have you met Mr. Cheddar Pepper Prepper before?
I don't think so. I've kind of met Mr. B because he has the music stuff. And he's a really good singer. So
that's right.
I think he mostly does country songs, right?
Yeah, I've seen him do quite a few different genres. The only one that I think he's averse to, meaning that he probably wouldn't do, is Beatles. I heard that he does. There's not that many Beatles songs that he really likes, maybe 3 or 4.
Yep, he does a really good job. I think he's good, and I like to hear him when he sings. But no, Cheddar Pepper Prepper, I don't think I know him.
Okay. Yeah, he's a pretty cool guy. I think you'd like him. I'm going to give him a thumbs up right away, which is what I like to do before I share anyone's. And then we'll put our comments in. If there's any people that want to share their comments on it, let me know. And then the only thing we've got to do, Nickel, is we got to mute up while it's playing.
Okay.
But I thank Mr. Cheddar Pepper Prepper for letting me share this with you. We'll do some music, then we'll go back to the precious metals again. He's a great guy. Make sure you subscribe to him, guys. Here we go. And he said he changed a couple of the words.
Well, I'm sinless. Thanks to Jesus loving me on a hill called Calvary, where he died upon that tree. And I'm praying that the whole world will see it was Jesus that set me free, and this whole world's about to fall. You know, my old man who was full of sin, all the evil in the world I've been living in. I didn't break easy, I was full of pride, but he loved me so much he chose to die. I'm sinless. Jesus, I didn't have a prayer. Till the cross I saw you hanging there, I fell down upon my knees. And I'm changing. I swear I'll never compromise. You convinced me, stop telling lies. I'll do anything you please. You see, in all my life, I never found a reason to resist since we're leading me down. I turned my back on things I knew were true, but I can't walk away from you. I have never let anyone have this much control over me, 'cause I no longer want to call this life my own. You're changing my world and I'm no longer blind, you see. And it's your words now, I can't refuse. With you in my heart, I'll never lose. Well, I'm sinless. You know, it's not always easy for a man who's strong to ask for forgiveness and admit he's done wrong. I've never lost a vice I'll ever miss, 'cause I've never felt a love like his. He's got holes in his hands, I'm sinless. I love spending time in prayer. He will listen to me anywhere. Doesn't matter where I go. Oh, I'm sinless. Sinless as a man can be. Satan made a total fool of me, but Jesus Christ saved my soul. Oh, I'm sinless. 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 You said I'm sinless.
Fantastic. Well done, man. You know what I forgot to do was go back and leave a comment. But I did give
on
it
the
a
video. Yeah.
I better go do that. Let's do that. What do you got on tap for tonight, Nickel? Are you going live later?
Yeah. For the silver and gold people, they don't like it, but I'm probably going to do a basketball one. I may do a market update if overnight it goes skyrocketing back up. I may do go live on that. And then I'm going to do probably be on Mr. Popzilla's panel if he comes on tonight. But I don't know when the boy's going to sleep. He was on last night, then he was on during the day, and so I don't know if he says he's coming on tonight. I don't know. So
yeah.
I got to still
There's-
finish. I got to finish coining around. You ever been over there? You ever see what they do?
I used to. Yep.
Yeah, well, I'm in the duck race. I got to see who all won what. Those are very long evenings. I
Yep.
mean, it's 5 hours on Sunday to go through everything, and it's 7 on Wednesdays, I think. So I just can't stay in there. I like to. I wish I could. I just can't stay in there for everything. Kind of hard when it's that long.
That's right. So there you go, Cheddar. I put a nice comment in there, and I did think that was great. Yeah, I used to go, Nickel. I used to go to so many of the different precious metals channels, and I spent a lot of time in them. And I found I was almost exclusively in precious metals and collecting channels. And then actually through Terrell and going to hers in addition to that, I kind of got introduced to a ton of people in the music community. And so now it's kind of, I'm spending a lot more time in the music channels than I am on the precious metals channels. But yeah, I definitely know who all these people are. And I've definitely been on most of them in the past.
How much does it cost if a person wanted to do, not me, because I don't sing. I might do one on doing impersonations, but I couldn't sing. How much it cost to do an album today? If you're independent yourself, I mean, how much would it be?
That's a really good question. Terrell would actually be a good person to answer that.
And how many albums does she have?
Just one. She's got her debut solo album,
Okay.
and that's it as far as I know. I'm gonna just throw a number out there and say probably between production and getting it up and going, probably at least 5 or 10 grand.
Copyrights?
Yeah, so then you're into legal, so it just depends how far you want to go with it. But there may be some shortcuts, and there may even be some people in the chat here that have a better idea as to the costs and the ins and outs.
I think Mr. B should run him an album. I mean, a record or whatever you do. I think he ought to think about doing that.
Yeah, especially when you have original content. And on one of my previous live streams, Mr. B had allowed me to share one of his originals, which was amazing. I love that sort of thing.
Well, I know his voice. I'm trying to think who it is. That's a country music singer he sounds like. And I know if somebody comes to my mind and I can't think of it, I'll have to go back and just look up musical names, and I'll say, that's him. He reminds me of him a lot. And but there's somebody he sounds a lot like, and I can't figure out who it is yet. But I never forget a voice.
Elvis.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, I don't know if I've ever heard him do Elvis ones. I thought I always hear most of the songs I hear him do, I thought they were like country type songs.
Dang. Yeah, he does do a lot of country. A lot of country songs. But the closest to the original that I've heard him come is on the Elvis songs. It just sounds.
I would like to hear him do Mona Lisa Lost Her Smile. Remember that song?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I would love to hear him do that one. You hear that, Mr. B? I think he should do that song. Trying to think the singer who did that. Alan Cole. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a request, Mr. B. And I'll probably miss that show. He'll probably do it, and I'll miss that one because somehow I won't see it.
I can share one of your Christmas covers if you like, Mr. B. We'll promote it if there's one specific that you want me to share. I know it's a little bit early for Christmas still, but
They got a
we're
station
past
here.
Thanksgiving.
Oh, they had a station way before Thanksgiving. Here was already doing Christmas music.
Yep. Yeah, Mr. Cheddar says I'm a great singer as well. It just depends. I like trying different songs that I haven't done before, and when I do that is when I'm most likely to mess it up. But I've got I don't know, 50 to 100 karaoke songs that I've done enough times and I feel kind of okay with. But yeah, Mr. Cheddar, thanks for the compliment. I really appreciate that.
And Lady C, she's outstanding, man.
Oh,
Professional voice, there's no doubt. I mean, again, if she looked at the maybe the commercial end of it and come up with her own jingles to sell stuff for like coffee and stuff, I think she could hit big time and be in demand a lot.
yeah,
I hope that she likes me
she's
calling her Lady C.
got such.
She don't like me calling her Lady C, I don't think. But I mean, I'm not trying to insult her, But I don't think she likes when I do that.
Oh no. No, we know that, and I think she realized that because it's an abbreviation, right?
Right.
You're just abbreviating the name. It's easier to type out.
Well, Merry
Mr. B,
Christmas.
I've got Merry Christmas Baby pulled up if you want me to share it. I just don't want to be sharing people's content without their authorization. But anyone that comes up on my panel when I'm hosting the stream, and anyone whose music we share after, like usually the next day, I go back and put their channel links in the description of the live stream. So they get credit for it and people can easily see it, and hopefully they go and subscribe and support their channel too. Cool. Okay, we've got a special treat here, guys. We are going to share this cover, which Mr. B has authorized. We give him a thumbs up right away, thumb up 22, and I just want to make sure. Yep, that's good. And then Nicola, you and I, we've got to unmute again. So this was done by Mr. B, and you guys, anyone that's got a wrench, all you got to do is click on his name, and it'll say go to channel, and you can go to his channel and subscribe to him. I think you're going to love this. Here we go.
Merry Christmas. Well, Merry Christmas, baby. Sure did treat me nice. I said, Merry Christmas, baby. Sure did treat me nice. You gave me a diamond ring for Christmas. Now I'm living in paradise. Well, I'm feeling mighty fine. Got the music on my radio. Girl, I'm feeling mighty fine. Got good music on my radio. Well, I want to kiss you, baby, while you're standing neath the mistletoe. Oh, yeah, yeah. said, Merry, 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 Merry Christmas. Well, you sure did treat me nice. I said, Merry Christmas, baby. Girl, you sure did treat me nice. Give me a diamond ring for Christmas. Now I'm living in paradise. Yeah, I'm feeling fine. Well, I'm feeling mighty fine. Got the music on my radio. Well, I'm feeling mighty fine. Got the music on my radio. Well, I wanna kiss you, baby, while you're standing beneath the mistletoe. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. I said, Merry, Merry Christmas, baby. Girl, you sure did treat me nice. Well, Merry Christmas, baby. You sure did treat me nice. Give me a diamond ring for Christmas. Now I'm living in paradise. Oh, yeah.
Right on. Right on.
Yeah, I told you, Mona Lisa lost her smile. He could do that song unbelievably well. I mean, I'm just telling you.
Yep.
But Elvis,
Oh, look at this.
He has left the building. Yeah.
I snooped it out. Niels Hahn Dynasty's live right now. He was here earlier, and he's watching. The topic is Argentina.
Yeah. Well, he's going to be on with Constitutional Stacker tomorrow at what time was it? 8 Eastern.
Okay.
I think 8 Eastern. So y'all can watch out for that too. I'll probably be tuning into that. And but yeah, Mr. B, good job. I mean, he's good. I mean, I'm telling you, he's good too. So
absolutely. And anyone, like, if you thought that was good, wait till you go over to his place when he's doing his open mics and karaoke streams, and the variety of fun and talented singers and music that we have there is fantastic. That's a big part of the reason I love sharing his live streams and others in the music community too.
I was gonna ask you one question too, but if they did, you got in on the Rocky's conversation. He says he thinks they're going to reprice gold to maybe 5,000. I don't know if it'll be 5,000, but he said. But I asked Sal, would you sell if they reprice gold to 5,000? When you go ahead and sell, he said no. So I'm going to ask you, would you sell your gold for 5,000?
I don't think that I'd swap it into fiat currency. Like, for them to do that, what they're saying is they're significantly devaluing the currency. And like, that's what we've seen happen in some of these other countries like Venezuela, Hungary, Argentina, Mexico. Anytime there's a currency crisis, the price of the metal skyrockets. And so for them to just arbitrarily reprice it, I think is a trick.
Well, my theory is, and Rocky agrees with me, we would sell our gold because we believe that it would correct very quickly and it would go right back to what it is now, 2,000 or whatever it is, and we would gain all that we sold, and then we can put it back into where we want the money, where we want into. So I think
Gotcha.
that's how we're looking at it. We're looking at it would correct very quickly. It wouldn't stay 5,000 very long. I can tell you, it would start to tumble as soon as they repriced
Oh.
it.
What would you do though if they repriced it and then they said no more leverage in the derivatives markets? Any trade that happens has to be unleveraged, and then no more leverage shorts in the precious metals market, and it goes from 5,000 to 20,000. Like that's why I would be skeptical of selling it, because I think it would actually go the other way.
Well, they could also say you can buy it, you can't sell it. They did the Hunt brothers with silver. They had it set up where you could only sell for a while to try to knock. They thought they wanted the price knocked down, so then they said you can't buy it anymore right now, but you can sell, and they changed the rules on them. So
the fact is they want people to use their fiat currency, so whatever they do, it's going to be in an effort to get people back to that.
and they don't want you to have assets. They don't want you to have physical assets.
That's right. I heard that Argentina was likely going to vote in their version of Trump. I don't know his name. Did you hear about that, Nickel?
He did win, and I'm predicting, unfortunately, that he'll probably be assassinated, because the ones that be the unseen criminals won't want him to be doing all that. So I think something bad will happen to him, but I hope not. But I think it will.
Yeah.
And I think Trump could go through the same thing. They've tried to stop him every way they can. And he's not perfect. He's no angel. But that if they can't get him legally like they're doing now, and if he gets elected, if the House goes Democratic, and it could, but it depends on the Senate. I don't trust the Senate. They might be able to get him impeached and get him out that way. If they fail this next time, there's only one more solution left to rid themselves of him, and that's the trip to Dallas and do him in there. And I think they probably will do it, or try to. It was criminal what they did to JFK. It was pathetic, and troubles me greatly that they was able to pull that off and get by with it. Nobody ever really was punished for what happened to him.
Yeah.
So,
and there's an old saying too, right? When all else fails, they take you to war. And sometimes it's just a war on an individual person that.
We'll say Trump would be against war. Kennedy was against war, and they had to remove him. If Kennedy didn't get killed, there would have been no Vietnam. Would not have happened. They had to get him out of there, and he also would have changed the Fed. I'm convinced of that. The Fed would have probably still been there, but it would have been, they'd had different rules. They wouldn't have the power they got today. They couldn't have that. He had to go.
Yeah.
But they got by with it. The bad thing of it is, and the terrible thing about the whole thing is, they conspired. Government agencies with each other conspired to kill a sitting president, and nobody really got in trouble for it. I mean, they may be in trouble now. They're all dead. They're probably not in a very nice place, but at the time they didn't get punished for it. So,
well, you know who gets punished for it?
people.
The people that tell us about it. Right. Well, you can't say that.
So, hey, it's going up and down, up and down, up and down, but it's still going up to it's a pretty solid line, way above, still quite a bit above where it started today. So
Silver?
Yeah.
Yep, silver and gold. Yep, we can look back there. This is the 24th in here. So this rise here was Thursday and Friday, and then this right here is the overseas opening markets. Yeah, so from positive 3.5 to positive 5 on silver, and gold got a nice bump too.
And also, I agree with mostly what Rocky says, but he did make the statement that Israel is a conservative country, and I have to totally disagree with that. It's pretty far left in their policies. They are. I mean, I feel as a Christian I got to support them, but
Yeah.
they are pretty far left. There's a lot of things I don't like what they do, and I would sure let some of the leadership know it if I ever met them. Say, hey, that pop's terrible, But again, they were attacked. They have a right to defend themselves, and they're on a mission to I don't think they can get rid of Hamas. Not 100%. You can't get rid of anything 100%. So, but
Well, and who created Hamas?
I can't really tell you that for sure. I know Iran supports them. I can't tell you for sure who. I know that they replaced the PLO, and even the PLO was not much better. You remember Arafat? It kind of died with Arafat.
Yep. I find it very difficult to sift through all the information and actually know for sure what the truth is. The best that I can do is get information, try to figure out what's true, and then connect the dots. And I find it's always very difficult. But Mr. B and some of the other people in here know Ronnie York and Big Chap, and that's two channels that I go to just keep up with information. And unfortunately, Ronnie gets strikes for sharing information, which I think is a shame, because not all of it's going to be true. So there's going to be fake news out there. It's difficult to only bring up factual information, especially when so much is being hidden. But
well, you got the PLO. If you remember, they had a deal to a two-state solution. All Arafat had to do is sign the dotted line, and you know he would not do it. And then I knew at that point there is no sharing Israel. One or the other wants the other out, and I don't think there'll ever be a two-state solution. I don't see it.
Yeah,
so.
I heard it put pretty decently, in my opinion, and that is that both sides are victims. It's going to be impossible to make either side happy, right, because both sides feel entitlement to the.
Well, they both want Jerusalem. They both want Jerusalem, and Jerusalem is a big issue, And you can't. I don't know how you settle it. You could do. Well, I think at one time it was like 50-50, kind of Jerusalem split.
See you, Mr. B.
So.
Yep.
But look at Ukraine and Russia. You get 50-50 information. One side it's all Ukraine, it's Ukraine, and the other side it's all Russia. So yes, it's almost impossible to really figure out what's going on there.
That's right. I think a lot of it's hidden on purpose because they don't want us to know. If we know the truth, then we can act accordingly. But if they keep feeding us with misinformation, then they can get us to do what they want us to do. So,
from the river to the sea, ain't that everything, Mr. Cheddar? I think that's everything, isn't it?
That's right. I think there was a dash of sarcasm there.
Yeah.
But they both do.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I do lean towards Israel, but you're right. You're 100% right.
I've heard more. I've also heard people say, well, Israel was just looking for an opportunity to take over that whole area, and that the whole thing was a setup so that they could go in with reason. But again, I don't know, and nothing on here is political advice.
well, but the thing of it is, in my opinion, Netanyahu is going to take a terrible hit for this because it makes him look bad any which way you want to look at it.
That's right.
And he's probably not going to be reelected. If not, it settles down. If it ever does settle down, he's probably president as long as there's still a war. And he's in trouble because it happened on his watch. And so there was a letdown somewhere. Intelligence messed up. I think that, they had all of them. They was hitting Syria. Yeah, Syria. They was hitting all those sites. I think they thought they were hitting weapon depots, and I don't believe there was any weapons there. And so apparently not. Look what they used in such a short period of time. So I think they were duped, and they were hitting sites. It was empty buildings, and they thought they were loaded. And then they said, "Where's all these weapons coming from? We're supposed to destroy these." And I think they messed up. But yeah, I think that. I think Netanyahu's and they don't like him. They're like he's treated like Trump there. He's treated there like Trump's treated here. You know, investigations. They want him out. They want him gone. And it wouldn't surprise me if someone within Israel did all this to make him look bad. So who knows? Who knows? Yeah. It's just a shame that the Israeli people got killed. And you know, it's not very big. And you know that if you have if you're Jewish in any way or fashion, you're allowed to come back and live there. And they're having to get into the settlements, and they're going probably beyond what they agreed because they got so many people in such a small little area, and that's causing rifts too. So,
yep. Well, I've got a question for you, Nickel, before I shut this down.
Okay.
And anyone in the chat that's listening, feel free to put yours in.
Is this true or false question?
Here's my question.
Okay.
No, it's solve the question. And the question is, let's say if you came into a windfall of $1 million and you had to allocate it into metals, it could be base metals, precious metals, any type of metals. What percentage? How would you allocate that $1 million?
First, I probably wouldn't put all million. Do I have to put all million into it?
The whole thing's got to go to metal.
Okay, if it's use it or lose it.
Yeah. It's assuming that that you came into a windfall of $1 million that you have to manage in a physical metals portfolio.
Okay, I would get a few ounces of rhodium. First of all.
Nice. Okay.
I would then, but just because it's so speculative, you get a ton of money on that. That's the metal that can make you rich overnight if you hit it. It's like the lottery, or it's like Bitcoin, maybe even. You can maybe even compare that metal to Bitcoin because it can go way up really quick and it can go down pretty quick.
Yep.
So some of it would go there. I definitely would be interested in buying some more nickel because nickel's really low right now. Yep. I would also buy platinum and I would buy silver. I would not buy gold. I would not buy palladium. I would not put a cent of it in those two things. And probably mostly what I would buy, the most content, probably platinum, because I just think that it's got the potential to get back to 2,000 or 2,500, and I like because of the future. And the same thing with nickel. I think nickel's going to go up with all this EV stuff. So I probably would mostly go those two, and I would still get some silver too, because silver's a bargain. I mean, if its high was 50 and it's at half that right now, that's 50% off. So it's still a great bargain. And of course, nickel got the 50 a pound, and it's about 7 right now. So that's even a big. That's what 14% of its high. I think that's right.
Yeah.
So that is even a bigger deal. And then you look at platinum, which its all-time high was right at 2,200.
Yep.
So you're looking at, and you're at 50%. You're more than 50% off there. Gold is still near its all-time high. It's close, and I just don't think that's as good a deal. So I would probably steer away from gold. And I think palladium is going below 1,000. So with that in mind, that's what I would do. Now, the actual amounts, I'd have to get back to you on that. I have to figure that out.
Yeah,
but
that's okay. It was a pop question. I kind of got you on the spot with that. I was surprised that you wouldn't get any gold at all. But,
no,
that being said, let's take a quick look. Yeah.
No, not with it near its all-time high. I don't buy things at their all-time high. Like when I get gold now, I generally get it at spot or a little below that, and that's usually jewelry. different carats, and then fractional gold. I can get that below spot a lot, like 14 karat gold coin, 10 karat gold coin. So I get it like I do jewelry. So I will not get gold eagles, gold buffaloes, pre-33 gold. I will not do that while it's at its near its all-time high. I would wait for a huge correction where it went down like 30-40%, probably before I would actually buy any type of gold like that.
Okay. So here what we're doing is looking at the nickel prices, because I wanted to finish off. I know you like nickel and you came up on the panel, so I thought I would show this. Let's see what Mr. Cheddar said. 75% silver, 25% gold, but I'm just learning. I would be, because it's a lot of money. I'd probably go something like 25% gold, 30% silver, and then 5 or 10% into things like copper, nickel, platinum, just to kind of round it out. But let's take a look at the nickel price charts here, because I agree with you, nickel, too. I think it's a good deal. It's a little more difficult to buy nickel bullion, but you and I both know you can buy pure nickel, Canadian nickels.
Yes, and I have a source now. So thank the Lord, bless God, I do. Because I've been waiting for that, and I've got that opportunity now. So
it's gone from $14 down to $8.
Oh, and it's been up a little bit. Then it's been up because it was down to 7, right at 7, a little over 7 and a nickel, I think. So it's gone back up $1 then.
But we look at this spike back here, and I think that trajectory, that was starting to actually show its true pricing. And I do believe that it's been knocked down. So let's just look at the most recent, because this is saying right now it's 720.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I usually keep up pretty good with it. And I use kickgold.com. It's my source. Yeah. And I use it. They're really good at that.
I was looking at the longer term here and just trying to kind of.
And you saw what happened when it jumped up to 50. They killed it.
That's right.
And they'll do gold the same way if it were to, on its own, not if they reset the price, but on its own. If it were to jump up, let's say 40%, they'll probably kill it. And that's what will happen. And so, gold, there's still risk with it. I mean, it's the most sought after precious metal or metal there is when times are shaky. More people know gold than any other metal, but you got to watch the people that let you trade it or not. And they can sure throw a wrench into it. So you got to also be considering that.
It's the big money that goes to gold first, because they want to be able to have a lot of capital in a nice compact package. But yeah, I remember nickel when that spike happened in the nickel prices here. They shut the whole trading down, and they put circuit breakers in. Usually circuit breakers are to prevent a market from dropping. But what they did in this case is they put circuit breakers in to prevent it from melting up, which I find extraordinarily suspicious.
It shocked me. It shocked me because I said, nickel? Nickel? And gold or silver? Maybe. Nickel kind of shocked me a little bit there. Why? Why did they really freeze it? I mean, what's the reason? You got to ask those questions, and so I don't know. I don't know for sure what the answer was there. But that shows you we do not have free markets.
Yep. See, now this one is showing the warehouse levels on a 5-year for nickel again. And you can see their warehouse levels have gone from 260,000 tons down to about 40,000 tons. So that also supports the theory that the price should be way higher, because I don't see demand dropping, but supply dropped. And typically that means the price should go up, right?
I believe so. Yeah. I mean, it's a great price right now, people. It's great. If you can get Canadian nickels, get them. I mean, I wouldn't pay $1 a piece for them like a lot of places want. you got to look. But and I gave the source out of the person I get them from, and I get them for about 10.5 cents to probably 11 cents a piece.
I wouldn't even pay that much. I wouldn't even pay that much.
Oh, well, that's a good price compared to anywhere else. And remember, I'm in America. You're in Canada, so.
But that's for nickels, right?
Yeah.
See, you can get nickel $half pure nickel and pure nickel dollars for just slightly over face value. You know, like a Canadian nickel dollar, pure nickel. You can get those for like $1.10.
And then what's the coin? I think it's a French coin, maybe Italian. Well, anyway, the lire. If you get them up through 1987, I think they're 99% nickel. But I can't get a good price on those either. They're wanting $1 a piece for those, and I'm just not going to pay it.
Yeah.
And but I do get those too. So they're like 99% nickel. So there's other coins other than the Canadian nickel that's 99%, but you just got to kind of do some research on it and find it. I know there's at least 3 coins, worldly coins, that are 99.9% nickel.
Yeah.
You know, I'm always looking, but yeah, you can get a better deal on them than I can. I can't get them kind of deals, so.
Yeah, well, you gotta get what you can, right?
Right, and I will accept even upwards to 12 cents a piece for Canadian nickels. I will buy at that price. So it is slightly over what they're worth, but I'm assuming it's going to go back up again, and so I'm more willing to pay a little over for those than others, especially now.
It's already minted. It's already minted. It's in a nice compact fractional size.
Yep.
So I see that as being a decent call. Listen, Nickel, I really appreciate you, and I like gaining knowledge from you, and I do. I got to shut this thing down now. I went a little bit over time.
Yeah, I'm going to go to Neil.
Okay. I got to take a bit of a break here, and then I'll head over there as well. But I wanted to thank you once again for coming up here. And I look forward to seeing you again. And I hope everyone has a fantastic week. Blessings to all.
Thanks for having me. And I'll say goodbye to everybody that's still in chat. And hang in there, everybody.
Thanks again, man. We'll see you all soon.
It's the winner.